Okay. Wilson Morales, Black from TV. Hey, Mark, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. I was just reading about you because I think you're going to be talking to one of my friends later on regarding your other film. but
Awesome. Thanks.
Chip's got a lot going on this year. Last year he was fired. This year, without giving so much away, he finds his way back, but he's got to go through some other drama. You know, did it change from what you were going to do initially before COVID happened? You took a long break.
So yeah, the general trajectory of what Chip was going to do basically stayed the same once we incorporated the COVID storyline. But I think one thing that when the writers were doing their rewrites after our COVID break, it really crystallized for them that that Chip and Alex storyline was just something that we all love. We all love the chemistry between those two characters, and so we leaned into that even more the second time around.
You've had some time to do this show, obviously, but have you done have do you know people who've been a producer to big name figureheads, who are on television?
So most of the producing that I do, is I call it kind of family style. Working with friends and people that I know aren't, quite frankly, having huge egos. At Duplass Brothers Productions, we have something called the no assholes policy. So I haven't really dealt with someone like Alex Levy personally in my life. And I think if I had to, I would run. But I have come to understand it through Chip, and he has taught me, I think, about the value of when you love someone so deeply, when you share so much history. I can understand why he fights to maintain that connection and why he's looking to see if they can transcend that and get to a better place.
Mhm. Coming back, obviously, all that throughout that time, you guys were, on hiatus while we dealt with this COVID. Was there ever any thought as to how you were going to come back and whether or not you wanted to come back?
We were all concerned about the safety protocols of what's it going to be like when we got on set, and we're lucky to be a part of, the Apple TV Plus family because let me speak candidly, like they just like were very robust with the safety protocols, protecting our national treasures on set of Jen Aniston and Reese Witherspoon and all these wonderful people. So they made it super safe for us. But I was concerned about our ability to be creative in a more clinical environment where oh, can we touch things? I got to wash my hands all the time. Don't eat right here because it's germs. And like anything, you'd be surprised. The first week felt a little awkward, and then by the next week, it just became our new normal.
Mhm. And then, obviously it's good to see you on the show. And then, like I said, you've got language lessons coming up. You're also producing. What goes into the projects you want to say yes to?
It's a good question. When it came down to the morning show, I felt deeply that the showrunners really respected what I could offer creatively to the role as an actor. I'd always wanted to share the screen with Jen Aniston, and in particular, to do a lot of those two-person dynamic scenes with her that you see in season two. That was really exciting to me. But at the end of the day, it kind of comes down to a gut decision, because I've passed on some things that were really well-paid jobs that had great teams, but something in my gut was just like, "I don't feel like this is right." And I've taken some jobs that paid me $4 that just felt right. So I try to trust my gut and go with that.
Well, Mark, I think your gut chose well. I think people get a kick of watching your character come back and see where it goes, without spoiling anything. So it's good to see you. Obviously, you got something on a big screen coming up. You're always working, so it's good to know that.
Thanks, Wilson. Appreciate it.
Take care.